fellow collectors. Today we'll be talking about the Marvel Legends series from the Fantastic Four. First steps, the wave of figures. So here we have Mr. Fantastic Reed Richards, Susan Storm as the Invisible Woman. Here we have Johnny Storm in his Flame On mode and his normal mode. We have Benjamin Grimm here as the ever-loving Blue-Eyed Thing, and the new Silver Surfer as a female version, which is a first for Marvel because Shia LaBeouf, she is the fantastic Silver Surfer. So on the back, we see the Silver Surfer here. On the back here, we have Benjamin Grimm, the Thing. Flaming on Human Torch, Johnny Storm. Johnny Storm in his corduroy-looking outfit. Susan Storm. And here we have Mr. Fantastic. So let's get them out of the box.
Hey, open, damn it. Open!
Okay, now that we have them out of the box, we look at Mr. Fantastic has these accessories. Susan Storm has these. Johnny Storm has this non-flame version. The flame version has these. Benjamin Grimm has these. And the Silver Surfer has this. Now, it's very cool the Silver Surfer actually has this cool looking display, and you can put her board on it, you know. So I think that's a very cool touch that they had this actually set for the Silver Surfer. You know, you can put it on there and actually have her ride it. Now, and if you're wondering if the normal Norrin Rad Silver Surfer can fit on here, yes, he can. Now, it is a different color than his normal board. You know, he has this very thin looking board, which you can put on there, but it will just fall through. So if you take this board and have him stand on there, you can use this to have him surf the cosmic waves. But this is not his movie, so he had his chance back in the original Fantastic Four. So yes, you can take this Silver Surfer and put her on here and have her fly through the galaxy, and she has her own hands and things like that. So let's take a look at the Silver Surfer. So here we go, hitting the camera. Now we see his hair. Heavy duty makeup here on the Silver Surfer. She actually has eyes and not just a silver blank. Now we do have a little bit of, I don't know what you would call that, but it's a little bit of coloring in there. A little bit of gold. I guess the sun shining off the silver form. Now she can do a nice T-pose. She has a bicep swivel. Double bend in the elbows. Peg hinge here. She has the ball joint that normal Marvel Hasbro has. She can do a pretty good split. Has a thigh rotation. Double bend in those knees. Ankle on a a peg hinge. She can go forward and back. Of course, she has a whole forward stand because she has one. Yeah. Very, very nice. Now, if we go down the line, we have 6 1/4, 6 1/4. I'm sorry, 6 1/8, 6 1/4, 6 1/4, and 6 3/4 because he got this flaming hair, and 7 inches tall. Now we look at the Blue-Eyed Thing, and look, he does have that face there that only a Thing has. So he does have this bicep swivel, but you'll notice one thing, it's swiveling without the rest of the arm. So yeah, it does that. He has a single bend here in the elbow, a peg hinge. You can roll it around. Same thing on the wrist. Now his head does pop off. It can go this far up, that far down, right and left, no problem. Keeps popping off. He has a peg hinge here, so he can do that and rotate her around here at the waist. You can do this much of a split. Forward and back. Thigh rotation. Double bend in the knee. No boot swivel, but he has that peg hinge here at that ankle to help him move around. Now he does have this band here on his wrist. You can see there. So if we look at the Human Torch, now he has red, the translucent red going around. He does have the grooves like his normal outfit. Is a thigh rotation, double bend in the knee. No boot swivel, but does have the ankle that goes around. Now he has these flames that are on his legs at the bottom, his wrist here, and the top. Now he can spin at the waist. He has the ball joint here. Nice T-pose, biceps swivel, double bend in the elbows, peg hinge here at the wrist. Now his head can look down, up, right and left. Now when he's looking up, he can do only so much, doing the flame flying. So he can at least look up somewhat when he's flying. You always want to have a guy who can see where he's going when he's flying. It kind of helps, right? Now the normal Johnny Storm. T-pose, biceps swivel, double bend in the elbows and the knees. Thigh rotation. Peg hinge here at the ankles and the hands. You'll notice he has his bracelet on as well. Spins here at the waist. And his head goes up, down, right, and left. No problems. Now, Susan Storm, if I can stop touching the camera, has that hand out, and she does have the shield. And you'll look, it looks like bullets bouncing off. So this one's a little different than what we've got in the past. Actually attaches to her wrist and not just fastens on there, which is a very nice touch, using the Iron Man kind of motif. Bicep swivel, double bend in the elbows and the knees. Peg hinge here at the hand and ankles. No boot swivel, but we do have a thigh rotation. Spins here at the waist and the ball joint here at the top. Now, she can't really look up or down that much, but you can if you force it. But right and left, we're getting that. So very, very nice. Stop in the name of love. Okay, all right. Now we're going to Mr. Fantastic. Mr. Mandalorian himself. Pedro can look up, down, right, and left. Can do a little bit of a T-pose. Swings around, bar sharp swivel, double bend in the elbows and the knees. Thigh rotation, no boot swivel. That ankle and wrist on that peg hinge. Swivels at the waist and peg here at the chest. So very, very nice. Now, it's cool that he came with these accessories. And one of the cool things is these are bendable. So see, you can make them bend there. That's a very nice touch. So you can have him, you know, scratch his own backside if you want. If that's what you want to do with your bendable arms. And I do like the fact that Johnny Storm non-flame version came with some flames. And the other flame version came with a couple of extra hands. I think these are rather cool. Having that flame on there already built in. Because, you know, how many times you get these like, oh, look, he's ready-handed. No flames. But now we get the flames. And you can actually add these on there if you want to. It's up to you. So I think these are a very nice set of figures. So you can pose them however you want to on the big old stage that you call a shelf, or have them just posing like bricks. So remember, as always, to like, subscribe, and keep